Hey guys, it's me Ashley. I'm back. Today I will be doing a get ready with me, and I will be saying some more scary stories since you guys seem to like them. So let's get started. Oops, I keep forgetting not to tap on the desk, but I'll try to remember. Okay. So the first story I'm gonna tell is actually my aunt's story. It's something that happened to my aunt. My grandpa was there, my dad was there, they seen. So my grandma had just moved into a house in Bell Gardens, and she literally would go and bless the house. So this house was really big, and she sent my dad, my grandpa, and my aunt to bless the house. That day, my mom said that my aunt was being like very rude to my grandma. It's like she was being sangrona. So my grandma was like, I take her with you, I don't want to see her, da, da, da. So then they were blessing the house, and like it was like a big wooden house. Like the house was really weird. Like all the rooms connected. It had 2 bathrooms and everything was wooden. Like everything was wooden. It was crazy. So that day they were gonna bless the house. They were going around behind. They had a front yard, 2 side yards, and then a garage in the back. And they split up and they were just blessing the house, like putting holy water. You know, there was a path that led to like the back of the garage, and there was a shed, but it was never open. Like they could never open that shit, so they just left it there. And well, they're blessing the house, and then they hear my aunt screaming, and this is my mom's little sister, and they hear her screaming, and she's like, oh my god, he's coming, run, run, run. And they were like, who's coming? And they're like, oh, she started saying, oh, the devil's coming. And my dad and my grandpa were like, what do you mean? And she ran into the house, and she like pushed them in the house. She was super pale, and my dad was like, there's nothing there. She's like, yeah. So then she was explaining that as they split up to like, I guess, sage the house or like put holy water in the house, then she went around the back towards the garage, and she seen like a dog, but the dog had like a human head, and it just started like smiling at her. And then she like, it started charging at her. That's when she started running, and she said my grandpa and my dad. She was like, get inside. So she was like extremely pale. I remember that house was very creepy. It was like haunted, I think, because I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't know the full stories of what happened in that house, because obviously I didn't live there. But my grandma, it was pretty scary to have holy water and a cross under your bed, which people do that. Mexicans do that and Catholics do that to keep like spirits away from you, and you know, they had holy water and it was agua bendita with the cross under the beds, on every single bed. I remember that, and I remember finding out because something had fallen under my aunt's bed. I would always be in her room, and I spilled the holy water by accident. I'm like, why do they have that? And my grandma kind of like changed the topic, you know. So to this day, I'm looking at an airplane, and it's so bright. Justin, look at the airplane.
Yeah, I know.
What the heck? Oh. So to this day, if you ask her, she gets really freaked out, and she tells you what she's seen. She's like, it's the devil. Recently I was watching a YouTuber's video, and she's talking about bloodhounds, and it's the devil's dog, hellhounds. There we go. So what they are is apparently when the devil fell as an angel, he had dogs, and God took those dogs away, but he managed to have 2. From those 2 crecieron más, and those are his dogs. So you would hear them like ghost dogs, you know. But I'm thinking that's what she's seen, and I told my mom, I was like, it's probably a hellhound, you know. So it's very creepy. That house, remember, used to scare me as a little girl. It's creepy. It was old. It's still there. But yeah. The next one I think I'll tell you guys is, I have them written down because I don't want to forget them. There's a story that my grandma did tell me, and she was telling me, she just said it out of nowhere. My grandma doesn't really talk about this stuff, but once you're in family, you start talking, you get into it, So she started saying, wait, am I recording? Okay, I'm still recording. She was talking about, she used to be in Mexico, where she used to live in Mexico. It was a rancho. She's from Nayarit. And so in the rancho, mind you, my dad's from Nayarit too, but he's from a different part of Nayarit. He's from like the coast, and my grandma's more like inland towards like a lake, a lago, San Pedro Lagunas. And my dad is like more like San Blas. So she told me that in the rancho they would have problems, like witch problems. And so my grandma was talking about her ranch and them having a problem with people who would do a lot of brujeria. So then there was a lot of crazy shit would go around. They would see like talking mules and all that. So then one time, I don't remember how they did it, but something happened, I think, to a kid, and they blamed it on a lady, and the lady was like, it's not me. So then somebody told the people there, catch her, and I think que la agarraron a pedradas. That's what she told me. And they were like, catch her, and best believe in the morning, catch the mule, and you're gonna see this lady. I don't know her name, but she's like, you're gonna see her there. So yeah, that's what they did. They grabbed her, la agarraron a pedradas, la amarraron y la dejaron. And yeah, come the morning, there she was. Instead of the mule, it was her. So people then confirmed that it was her. And then I don't know, my grandma said that, I don't know, they took her and she never saw her again. But I think it's so scary